the Drobo Mini, the Drobo 5D, Square Rewards, Bento 4 for iOS, Windows 8 Apollo, and WWDC videos are now up. It's Thursday, June 21st, 2012, and this is iWake. I'm Tim Chaten, and this is what's going on in the Apple world today. Good morning and welcome to another edition of iWake. First up today is, as promised, some new products from one of my favorite companies, Drobo. They announced two new Drobos today, the Drobo 5D and the Drobo Mini. Now, on to some information from their press release. Both the Drobo 5D and the Drobo Mini include industry-first SSD acceleration, utilizing performance benefits of solid-state drives and the capacity benefits of hard disks to deliver an automated and no-compromise system. And in addition to supporting SSDs in any of their drive bays, both units include an additional bay that will accommodate a small form factor SSD to achieve significant performance boosts while making all drives available for high-capacity hard drives. The products also support both lightning-fast Thunderbolt and USB 3 connectivity, and industry first for storage arrays to include both of those. This will include flexibility to support both Mac and Windows. The two Thunderbolt ports allow customers to easily daisy-chain devices to accommodate massive growth, and the USB 3 port ensures compatibility to millions of USB systems out there. Along with the SSD acceleration and Thunderbolt and USB 3 interfaces, the new Drobo products have been completely redesigned from the ground up with new hardware and software architectures. These enhancements provide a significant improvement as far as performance, probably around 5 times that of the older generation of Drobos. With up to 5 drives on the 5D and an additional SSD bay, the Drobo 5D can support up to 16 terabytes of protected data, which is around 32 million photographs, 1 million HD movies, and so on and so forth. Tons of great storage you can put on the 5D. The Drobo Mini, on the other hand, is a little smaller device. It's meant for mobile use. It measures in at 7 inches square by less than 2 inches tall and weighs less than 3 pounds. Drobo invented a carrier-less design with this unit, which allows up to 4 2.5-inch drives to be easily inserted into a Drobo Mini without the need for any additional drive carriers or screws. The benefit here is that the customer is able to insert drives without having to worry about screwing stuff in, as they are on all the other Drobos. And you're able to use hard drives or solid state with the Drobo Mini. Since the Drobo Mini is portable, it features a ruggedized design that allows users to transport it with drives inside. In addition to being the first Drobo to offer this capability of being rugged while transporting, not worrying about damaging, it will also feature a custom miniature power supply and an optional carrying case, making it ideal for people on the go. Visit drobo.com/5D and drobo.com/mini to learn more about these new Drobos. Ordering and availability information will be announced in July. Pricing, including a Thunderbolt cable, is expected to start at under $650. And I want to spend some time this morning talking about these, since I'm a big fan of Drobo, and these seem to be some pretty cool units. I find it awesome that Drobo is actually creating their own Thunderbolt cable and bundling it in with these units. The cable will be shorter than Apple's and more appropriate for portability. The Apple unit is a bit unwieldy in its length. It's really long and kind of hard to pack with. I'm curious to see if both units are around $650, or if the Mini will be more expensive, or the 5D will be the pricier one. Only time will tell, and that time will be in July. Now on to some app news. To begin is Square's new reward system. This allows merchants to create digital punch cards for users, rewarding them for their first visit and continued usage of their stores. Square Registers is the Square iPad business app, and this is going to be a big step forward for basically the reward system. You're going to be able to use your app, and it'll know that you're a continued customer, and it'll be able to punch your cards digitally and things like that. And it's going to be a pretty cool system. I'm just excited to see vendors in my area actually start using this, as I haven't used reward cards in quite some time, as I've been moving away from having physical things on me like punch cards. And other app news is the new Reading Rainbow app. It'll cost you $10 a month if you want to use it. It's kind of like an iBooks for kids and looks to me an impressive app. You can download it today and find out more information by doing that. Meanwhile, Cartoon Network's app now live streams the TV station's current programming to authenticated cable users. Once again, another app that needs you to be in a cable subscriber for it to work. The app is now out and at version 1.8. Last up in app news is Bento 4. The new version of Bento is normally priced at $10, but has been discounted to $5 for a special promotion until August 1st. The new app is for iOS. This is not a Mac app I'm talking about right now. The new release makes it even easier to create new databases. It includes 25 built-in templates, especially designed for iOS. 40 themes are included, which let you make it look the way you want it beyond just the stock templates there. And the cool thing is with Bento 4, it directly integrates with Bento's template exchange system right in the app, so you don't have to go through the Mac like you did in prior versions. The exchange system currently hosts more than 1,000 free templates from Bento and FileMaker users that you're able to just download and use right in your Bento app. So you have access to not 25 themes or 25 templates, but over 1,000 now. New methods of displaying data have also been added to Bento 4, including spreadsheet-style table view, which can include calculations, split view, and full screen view. And there's lots more goodies here, as well as GPS location can be fielded, and lots of goodies here. So Bento 4 can be synchronized to Bento for Mac version 4.1, and FileMaker has a discounted Bento for Mac, which is a good thing. It's now down to $30 from $50. It's available in the App Store and on FileMaker's website. Sadly, Bento 3 owners, you will need to buy this $30 application, as this is going to be a new app and not just simply a in-app store update for free. So that's app news. Let's move on to some general Apple news. First up, the OWC blog has noted that the Retina MacBook Pro can drive not 2 displays, but 3 if you use the HDMI connector. I had thought this was not possible, so this is rather exciting news for me and other soon-to-be Retina MacBook Pro owners. In other general Apple news are summer classes that Apple will be putting on this year. At Apple Camp, kids ages 8 to 12 learn how to shoot their own footage, create an original song in GarageBand on the iPad, and put it all together in iMovie on the Mac. This free workshop held at Apple retail stores spans 3 days and ends with campers debuting their masterpieces at Apple Camp Film Festival. Space is limited and workshops fill up quickly, so sign up now if you want to get your kid involved with this. You can do that through the website, and it seems like a pretty cool thing that I would have loved to take part of when I was a kid. Now, let's move on to some Windows 8 news. So what's included with Windows Phone 8? Well, it has NFC, dual and quad core support, and a shared codebase to make it easier to write both Windows 8 for phone and the tablet and computer. Also included is a new Wallet hub, deeper Skype integration, and an updated start screen that includes smaller tiles. Sadly, all Windows 8 devices currently will be updated to 7.8 and not get the 8.0 update. The 7.8 version will look and feel much like Windows 8, but it won't have the meat and potatoes of Windows 8 and should add some nice customer confusion as far as what your phone can do if it looks and feels very much like Windows 8 will. So there's a lot of love about Windows 8, and more details are still to come, but this should provide a glimpse of what Microsoft is up to. Speaking of Microsoft, is a showcase of, just the world in link-baity type articles. CNN did an article showcasing 5 ways the unreleased and untouched Surface is better than an iPad. The first really idiotic reason is size. By being a widescreen device, CNN notes that you don't get black bars on your videos. Evidently, CNN has not used an iPad because apps function much better in its 4:3 aspect ratio. Widescreen ratio is one of the many failures Android tablets have, and this is not a win for Microsoft either. If you've ever used a widescreen tablet, you'll note holding it vertically is just an awkward thing. It's only a horizontal device, and that's kind of a failure. CNN also notes that this machine can be used for actual work. The $1,000 model will run full-out Windows. Along with that, CNN is a heatsink, what I'd imagine is bad battery life and a computer full of compromises. The article goes on to note other things that don't really make any sense, and it's sad to see CNN go with this link-baity approach. Speaking of the Surface, is Microsoft rebranding their original Surface. It's now called Pixel Sense, and I find the name change an odd one, but it's Microsoft. Closing out the show are a few odd end stories. First up, if you are a developer or you're just interested in Apple development, the WWDC 2012 videos are now up and available to registered developers. And this is available to free accounts as well. So you can sign up today for a free developer account and get access to all of these great videos. Last up today, 12 South. They have redesigned their book for iPad. It's an iPad case that hides your iPad inside what looks like a hardback book. According to them, the iPad edition has been completely redesigned in order to be some 33% thinner while weighing 358 grams. The interior is refreshed too with a rigid casing that hides a slip-in cover and a built-in stand. Reportedly, in response to popular demand, a black and red version are joining the classic brown edition, with each one constructed from leather and offering a dual zipper system. So this would allow you to build out a bookcase full of different iPads in all three of these colors. So as you upgrade your iPads, you can hang on to them and add them to your bookcase with now 3 colors. 12 South has posted an extensive blog entry going over everything that's changed, including the new classic black color. Book for iPad is available for $80 from 12 South's website and Apple retail stores. Well, that's what's going on in the Apple world today. If you would like to support this podcast, you can do that in a couple of different ways. First up, head on over to iTunes and leave a review. Secondly, go over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TCHATEN. Watch the videos and click on the ads. And finally, join iWake again over at iWakePodcast.com/again. There you will get about 30-minute episodes every Saturday where I go over just Apple news in general. They're more interview-type shows. This week, I'll be going over with a chocolate maker, how he uses Apple products in his business. So sign up today over at iWakePodcast.com/again. Join me tomorrow for another edition of iWake. Aloha.